How to request intimacy from a woman, psychological trick. Gentlemen, let's dive straight in. Have you ever been in a situation where you wanted to connect with a woman on a deeper, more intimate level, but you weren't sure how to bring it up? What if I told you there's a way to approach intimacy that's not only effective but also rooted in the timeless principles of Stoicism? Today, we're going to explore a psychological strategy that will not only change the way you approach intimacy, but also make you more self-assured, grounded, and emotionally in control. Picture this. You're sitting across from the woman you've been seeing for a while. You feel a strong connection, and you're ready to take things to the next level. But instead of feeling confident, you're anxious, worried about how to approach the subject. What if she says no? What if she pulls away? Here's the thing. Those aren't the right questions. The real question is, how can you use the principles of Stoicism to shift the dynamic, making her feel not just comfortable with intimacy, but eager for it too? 1. The psychological trick, the power of vulnerability and strength. Let's start with the psychological trick, balancing vulnerability with strength. At first glance, this might sound contradictory, but in reality, it creates a powerful dynamic that, when done right, forms a magnetic pull. Vulnerability is often misunderstood. Many people confuse it with weakness or oversharing, but vulnerability is actually about being authentic. It's about being open and honest about your feelings and intentions without coming across as needy or desperate. In Stoic terms, vulnerability means showing your true self while still maintaining control over your emotions. When you express your desire for intimacy, do so with calmness and clarity. For instance, you might say, "I've really enjoyed the time we've spent together, and I feel a strong connection with you. I'd like to take things to a more intimate level because I believe it will deepen our relationship." This statement is powerful for a few reasons. It's direct and clear. You're not playing games or beating around the bush. You're stating your intentions plainly. It's respectful. You're not demanding intimacy. You're inviting her to consider it. It's grounded in the belief that intimacy will enhance the relationship. It's not just about your desires. But why is this balance of vulnerability and strength so effective? Because it taps into a fundamental human need, the need for connection. When you show vulnerability, you signal that you're open to forming a deeper bond. Pairing that with strength shows you're not seeking connection out of desperation, but from a place of confidence and self-assurance. This dynamic is incredibly attractive because it creates safety and trust. Women are more likely to respond positively to intimacy when they feel secure, knowing their partner is emotionally available and stable. 2. The Stoic art of patience, letting her set the pace. One of the most powerful aspects of Stoicism is patience. In our fast-paced world, patience is a rare and attractive virtue. When it comes to intimacy, it's essential to let her set the pace. This doesn't mean you become passive, rather it means staying engaged, present, and responsive to her cues. In Stoicism, patience isn't about waiting idly. It's about being actively patient. It's engaging in the process, observing and understanding without forcing anything. When requesting intimacy, patience means recognizing that everyone has their own timeline and comfort level. Rushing the process creates unnecessary tension and anxiety. Once you've expressed your desire for intimacy, give her the space to process and respond. The silence that may follow might feel uncomfortable, but it's essential. It's in that silence that she can reflect on her feelings, desires, and comfort level. This is her time to make a decision that feels right for her, without pressure. During this moment, maintain eye contact, stay relaxed, and keep your body language open. Your posture should convey that you're confident and patient, that you're not rushing things, but rather, you're open to whatever pace feels right for her. This shows respect and creates a safe space for her to express herself. patience is powerful because it signals that you're not desperate, but confident enough to let the process unfold naturally. When it comes to navigating intimacy, Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of our own emotions, while also being in tune with the feelings and reactions of others. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage not just your own emotions, but also the emotions of others. It's about picking up on the subtle cues others give, whether through body language, tone of voice, or facial expressions. For example, if you notice she seems hesitant or uncomfortable, it's important to acknowledge it and give her space to express her feelings. You could say something like, "I notice you're a bit quiet. How are you feeling about what we're talking about?" This shows you're not only focused on your own desires, but are also sensitive to her emotional state. Women appreciate a man who is perceptive, caring, and prioritizes their comfort and well-being. This level of emotional intelligence is rare and highly attractive, but emotional intelligence isn't just about recognizing her cues, it's about how you respond. If she expresses hesitation, don't push or try to convince her. Instead, validate her feelings and reassure her that you respect her boundaries. For example, "I understand if you're not ready, and I want you to feel comfortable. Let's take things at a pace that feels right for you." This shows you're considerate of her feelings and comfort level, signaling that you're willing to prioritize her needs, which aligns with Stoic philosophy. Emotional intelligence also involves being aware of your own feelings and how they impact the situation. If you're feeling anxious or impatient, take a moment to reflect before responding. This self-awareness allows you to approach the situation calmly and thoughtfully, rather than letting your emotions drive your actions. 6. The role of self-control, mastering your desires. Self-control is a key pillar of Stoicism and is essential when discussing intimacy. Being in control of your desires doesn't mean suppressing them. It means not allowing them to rule your actions or cloud your judgment. When you approach intimacy, it should come from a place of self-control. This means you're not driven by lust or desperation, but are seeking a deeper, more meaningful connection. Women can sense when a man has control over himself, and this inspires respect and trust. Self-control in intimacy means managing your desires while also considering her comfort level. It's about finding balance between expressing your needs and being mindful of hers. For instance, if you're feeling frustrated because the relationship isn't progressing as quickly as you'd like, take a step back and remind yourself of the bigger picture. Intimacy isn't just about physical closeness. It's about emotional connection, trust, and respect. Exercising self-control demonstrates that you're interested in a lasting, meaningful relationship rather than just immediate gratification. Self-control also plays a role when it comes to handling rejection or a slower pace with grace. If things don't go as planned or she's not ready for intimacy, your ability to remain composed and understanding will set you apart. Stoic philosophy teaches that you should not be attached to the outcome. Your peace of mind shouldn't depend on her. Response: by embracing self-control, you reinforce your self-worth and show you're capable of handling the complexities of intimacy. This maturity is not only attractive, but essential for building a healthy and fulfilling relationship. 7. Communicating value. Fostering mutual respect and growth. When requesting intimacy, it's important to communicate that you see it as a shared experience that can enhance both of your lives. It's not about what you can get from her, but about what you can create together. Expressing how deepening your connection could contribute to both of your personal growth is key. For example, you might say, "I think becoming closer could bring us even more happiness and understanding. I see it as a way for us to grow together, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well." This shifts the focus from physical pleasure to mutual respect and growth. It shows that you value her as a person and that intimacy is part of a larger journey, a shared path toward fulfillment and happiness. By communicating this way, you demonstrate that you're not just after fulfilling your own desires, but are also invested in her well-being and growth. You see the relationship as something that will bring both of you closer to your fullest potential. In a partnership, both individuals can learn, grow, and support each other, and this approach mirrors the Stoic principle of seeing the bigger picture. Stoicism teaches that relationships aren't about personal gain, but about contributing to the greater good. By viewing intimacy as a shared experience that enhances both of your lives, you demonstrate maturity and depth, qualities that are rare and incredibly attractive. 8. The Stoic approach to rejection, accepting the outcome with grace. Now, let's talk about rejection, a reality that always comes with the territory when discussing intimacy. From a Stoic viewpoint, rejection is just a moment in time. It doesn't define who you are or the value of your relationship. If she's not ready or doesn't feel the same way, embrace her response with grace and understanding. For instance, you could say, "I respect your feelings and appreciate your honesty. I'm glad we could have this open conversation." This response reflects emotional maturity and resilience, both of which are magnetic qualities. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't control how others respond, we can control our own reactions. By accepting rejection with dignity, you strengthen your self-worth and keep the door open for future possibilities. Rejection isn't the end. It's just part of the journey. Embracing it with grace shows you're not attached to the outcome and that you're confident in your own value. This emotional resilience is rare and incredibly attractive. It shows you can navigate the complexities of relationships with maturity and understanding. 9. Conclusion. Embracing Stoicism in love and intimacy. To summarize, requesting intimacy through the lens of Stoicism involves a blend of self-awareness, patience, and respect for both her feelings and your own. By approaching the conversation with vulnerability, balanced by strength, using subtle psychological tools, and embodying Stoic principles, you can handle this delicate topic with confidence and grace. Remember, true Stoicism in love isn't about suppressing your emotions or desires. It's about mastering them. It's about seeing intimacy as a shared journey where both partners feel valued, respected, and understood. As you apply these principles, not only will your approach to intimacy improve, but so will your emotional resilience and connection with others. This is the power of Stoicism, a philosophy that, when applied to relationships, fosters deeper, more meaningful connections. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me in exploring Stoic intimacy. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more content that delves into the psychological and philosophical aspects of relationships. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and continue striving to become the best version of yourself.